Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Mandy. Thank you so much for being here. If you are new, welcome. I hope that you'll stick around, hit that red subscribe button, and become part of our family. Today, as we can tell, I don't have any eye makeup on, so I'm excited. I got the brand new Natasha Denona Glam Palette. So this palette is a $65 palette. It is her midi palette, and I almost didn't get this because everybody is saying that if you have this palette, you don't need this one. So we're going to take a look at this one, take a look at this one, see what we see that's the same, and we're going to try this one on. So I'm super excited. I love Natasha Denona's palettes. I have been getting, I think, all of her midi palettes except for the Sunset. I think it is the first midi palette that she did. I did not get. But I was so excited when I got this palette last night. I laid all my palettes out of Natasha Denona's, was looking at them, and I'm just so excited to have this one in my collection. But I figured out that I don't have the mini of this, so I think I might go order it. I'm not sure. I'm going to watch a couple people's comparison of this to the mini glam before I go and spend the $25 for it. But I feel like since I have this one, I have to have the mini. I don't know. That's just me being a collector talking. But anyhow, I'm super excited to get into this. So let's go ahead and I'll just go over real quick what I already have on so I don't have to list it down below, because I am not the best at doing a description box because I do all my stuff on my iPhone. Now, if I had a iMac or a laptop that I was working with, it'd be a lot easier to do this description box, but it is a pain in the butt. So we're going to go over real quick what's in here and what I have used on my face so far. Now, if you have watched my Get Ready With Me, most of these items are going to be the same to you. We have my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Matte Bronzer, the Anastasia Brow Gel, and Wiz. We are using the Kaleidos Lo-Fi Peach today. Normally I have been using that the Balm one, but I wanted to do this today. My Ride or Die Urban Decay, my other Ride or Die CoverGirl. Again, I am trying to use up my little guy of my blurring stick from my Milk. I do have the big one, but I'm almost done with this, and I'm trying to use up this Laura Mercier Pure Canvas Blurring Primer. Almost gone with that. And I've used my Charlotte Tilbury Glow. This is a little dark for me. I like to be brightened under my eyes, but I'm still trying to incorporate it. It is the Born This Way Swan, and I've tried this for the first time today. This is brand new. The Makeup Forever Ultra HD in Y225, and then contour with the Charlotte Tilbury Bronze and Glow, and under the eyes with the number 7, and my powder for Cover FX. So that is a quick, oh, and highlighter. I got this from Marshall's, so I wanted to try it out. It is the ABH Vegas Loose Highlighter. It's not as blingy as I would like a highlighter, so I'm probably going to add either more of this or something else once we get further along. So let's go ahead and get into this palette, you guys, to show you what it's like. It is so pretty. I'm not mad that I got it. I'm kind of excited. I don't care if it's the same as Sultry. It's the collectors in me. I'm sorry, and I'm broke because of it. But it is beautiful. It does have some fingerprints on it already. I have not touched any shades because I wanted to wait until I was filming so that, you know, it's a really first experience, first impressions. But it is like a kind of like a lilac-y purple. It doesn't really come off that way. On screen, it comes off as like silver, but I feel like there's like a purple tint to it. And it is magnetic, and here are the shades. I don't like how she named them because there are some repeat ones. Like there's Inner Corner, there's 2 of them. Outer Eyelid, there's 2 of them. So it's like kind of hard to explain what I'm using. But anyhow, here she is in all her glory, untouched, ready to go. So let's put my ears on, get my hair out of my way, and let's get into it, you guys. All right, so I'm going to put some powder underneath my eye to prevent fallout. Normally Natasha's formula doesn't have a lot of fallout, but I don't want to ruin my look because I do plan on going somewhere later, and I don't want to have a bunch of gray underneath my eyes because this is like a cooler tone palette. So I'm going to go ahead and put some powder under there and get all brightened up and look funny. Okay, so I'm sure most of you know the trick of putting the powder on so the fallout just wipes away easy. That's why I do it. Even with Natasha's formula, I'm sure if you just took a fluffy brush and wiped it away without the powder, it would come off pretty easy. So what I'm going to do is we're going to do the eye look, and then we'll go in and try to compare some shades and swatches after we create the look. So we are going to start off. My eyes are already prepped. I'm sorry, I always forget this because I keep it on my mirror with the MAC Paint Pot in Painterly. So we are going to use my new Starry Night collection from Bling Brushes. These are already been used, but I have color switched them. I just haven't really washed them. I just color switched them. So they are clean, but they're not clean, if you know what I mean. That kind of rhymed. So I'm excited to look how beautiful these are, you guys. Gosh, they're so pretty. The Starry Night collection I like a little bit better in the eye brushes than this collection, which is the silver collection, because I think there's a little bit better crease brushes and stuff in this collection, in the Starry Night collection. So I do enjoy this one for eyes and then this one for face brushes. My little tip, I guess. All right, so we are going to lay down a shade for a transition shade, and I think I'm going to go in and I'm going to try to kind of show you which shade I'm using. It looks like I'm going to start with this one called Blend right here, and I'm going to use my little mirror here so that I'm not in the way. Actually, let me pull you guys a little bit closer so you can see what I'm doing. One second. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. You know, it's probably going to be easier if I just use this instead of my mirror. So we're going to do that. Let's get started. And like I said, we're going to go in with this shade right here, Blend, and blend it in the crease and a little bit above the crease so that because I have a little bit of space here. My eyes are hooded, but the space that I have, you know, from the top of the hood to the top of the eyebrow is actually a little bit better than some people. So I try to drag up my crease a little bit higher. So I normally will start with my transition shade above my crease, and then I'll work in with a little bit of a darker shade and work my way down. So I'm just gonna blend, and Natasha's formula just blends right in. Like, I am having no issues whatsoever. There is a little bit of kick up in the palette. You probably can't see that, but yeah, her stuff, you just basically lay it down and it blends itself. So I mean, is it worth $65? It depends on who you are. Like, it's expensive, yes, but it does the work for you. Like, that's already laid down, ready to go. So it's up to you. Yes, I can get this look with other palettes. The C color palettes, I do a lot of dupe looks with that. So if you are interested in seeing like some dupes from ABH, I have a couple of them on my channel so far with the C color, and I'm telling you, that stuff is amazing, where you don't need to buy the $40 palette. So yes, this look can be achieved by duping it, but I'm the collector, and I just, there's no excuse. So, and I'm not telling you you have to go buy this. I'm telling you that you can get this look otherwise. So just a little FYI. All right, and we're going to repeat the same thing on this side here. I think that laid down pretty well. I'm in love with the way her shadows go on. Sorry, this is digging into my ears already. It's just flawless, easy. I love it. And I love this cool story. I love this cool toned look this palette is giving. It's so pretty. All right, so next I'm going to go in with, oh, I didn't even tell you what I was using. The first brush was the E12. The second one, it is clean. I mean, it's not clean, but it's wiped off. It does not have a purple top. It is E13 from the Starry Nights. And I think we're just gonna go a little bit deeper, and I'm gonna go into this shade right here. It is called, oh, sorry. It is called Smoke. So it's a little bit deeper than that blend shade. There's only 5 mattes in this palette. The rest are all shimmers. So basically, I think, from what I'm seeing, you're gonna have pretty much the same kind of base, and then it's just gonna be a different shimmer on the eye. So, you know, take that for what it is. But anyway, we're gonna go into the crease this time, into the actual crease, and blend these two together, and it is a little bit darker. Look how easy that is. That way, it's a little bit darker so that it blends, like makes the transition a little bit better, and it darkens up the eye. That's why I go in with a little bit darker underneath. But like, there's no work. It's literally, they just blend into each other. There is some fallout though. And normally I don't see that with her shadows. Maybe because I dug a little hard into the pan, but normally, I don't know if you can see that, but right there is some fallout. But we're just gonna take this, go back and forth. We don't have to do it a whole lot because like I said, they blend into each other. But just back and forth, windshield wiper motion, right inside this crease. And then I'm gonna take what's left on my brush and go a little bit above the crease and blend the two shades a little bit more together. Like so. And then try to create my little V here. Like that. That's literally, I didn't fast forward through any of that. That's how quickly that went on. So I'm going to repeat it on the other side. I don't see any skipping, anything like that. Like, it's really a beautiful blend, and I didn't even try that hard. So I don't like the fallout. I'm so glad that I put something down. But we're going to go back into the same brush. I'm not going to put any extra powder, or the first brush that I used. No extra powder, just what was on there. I didn't wipe it off or anything. And I'm going to take it and blend a little bit more between these two shades just to make it seamless. I mean, it really doesn't need this step. It's just probably a step that I'm so used to doing with all my other palettes. But if you were duping this palette, most likely you would have to go through and do this step to get as good as a blend. So, but it's just basically meshing these two shades together. And basically, that's about it as far as the base. So I'm going to go in with my concealer, basically cut the crease, if you want to call it that, and get us a little bit of a fresh base to put down a shimmer shadow. Outer corner, I'm going to use this second shade here. It's called Outer Eyelid. And I don't normally have to spray my brush with her stuff, so we're just going to see how this lays down. And we're just going to put this right in the corner here. It's definitely showing up. I don't need to spray my brush for that. Am I blocking you? No. Grab just a little bit more. And I'm only, like I said, I'm only doing the corner, and I'm going just a tiny bit up into the crease, but not above that crease. So just in this corner. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye. This eye look is coming together very quickly. Okay, I'm just going to wipe this off with my color switch. And then we're going to go into that silvery kind of right down here. It says center eyelid. So I'm following directions. Normally I don't, but you don't have to listen to what that says. You can do whatever you want. So we're going to just work this in right on the center. Again, I'm not going to use a spray or any glue. I'm just going to set it on there. And there definitely is fallout. Now, if you did spray it or you used the glue, it wouldn't fall out. But since I have the powder down there, I'm okay with that. And this is beautiful, you guys. It is laying down so nicely. It is a beautiful shade. So we're just going to keep that right in the middle here. And if you used your fingers, you would get a lot better payoff. It's just hard to do that with my nails. Generally, I will just do that at the very end and then just pop it right in the middle. But yeah, this is beautiful. I'm loving this cool tone look. And then I'm just basically going to try to mesh the two together. I'm just going to push that over into that corner shade and do the same thing on this other eye. There definitely is, and I know I've said this like 4 times, probably more, but there is so much fallout on my eyes. It's crazy. All right, again, I'm going to use the same brush because this is like my favorite brush for my lid shades, and I'm wiping it off with my color switch in between though. And we're going to go into this pinky shade that says Inner Corner. It's the 3rd one on the top row, and definitely getting some crumbly, which normally her shades don't do, but that's what's causing the fallout. So if you spray your brush or use glitter glue, that'd probably be the best idea. And we're just going to take that and go right here in the corner and work our way out. And it is stunning. Wow. It is so pretty, you guys. I will take the fallout any day for this kind of payoff. Like, generally, you don't get this without spraying your brush or using your finger. That's it. It's laid down that easily. Repeat the process on the other side. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this first pinky shade right here, use my finger, like I said, and then I will just dot this in the center to kind of marry the center shades together. Just basically pressing it on. And it gives it an extra kind of glow, I guess. Beautiful. So easy. And these are so soft. So let's do that on this side. And then that's it. That is basically the shadow look other than what we do underneath. So I'm going to go ahead and wipe off everything, finish off the look, and I will be back with you guys in a minute. Okay, you guys, I am back and I am loving the look. I finished up underneath with the color right here, blend with a little bit of this color Lash Line right in the corner. Of course, this beautiful red lip, which I don't do very often, but I figured since we were doing like a cool toned look, I'd be able to get away with it. And I think it looks okay. It is from Charlotte Tilbury. It is the little mini one that I got, and it's Karina's. I can barely read that because it is that small. It came from this little pack that I got in the mystery box with these 3 little lipsticks. So if I'm saying that wrong, I'm sorry, but I can't say it. But that is what it looks like. And it is beautiful. I am so happy. I like it. It's really pretty. And of course I used my Taco lashes in AL Pastor, I don't know. I know I'm not saying that right, but I used these and I love them too. They're so pretty. I want to just keep using them over and over and over again. But I think that's it. Oh, and in the corner of my eye, I used my Anastasia loose powder in Icy. So, first impressions, I love it. I think it's a beautiful palette. Do you need it? That's up to you. You probably can dupe it, absolutely. But here is the finished look. So I think it turned out really, really pretty, you guys. So we're gonna go ahead and do, like I said, a little bit of comparing to the Sultry palette, just to do a little bit to see if it really is the same shades. So let's put them up next to each other so that you guys can kind of get an idea of what they look like sitting on top of each other right there. So of course there is the Natasha Denona and here is the Sultry. So if you cover up that, it basically looks close to the same. So we're gonna see what I can kind of dupe in here real quick and see if they are the same. So we're gonna go with this inner corner here, and then it's called, is it inner corner or pearl? All right, we'll do pearl next to it, which is the second one in. And let's see, so this one is Natasha Denona, and then this one is Sultry. So as you see, Natasha Denona's is more gold. That's Sultry. Let me see if the rose quartz from Sultry makes a difference or not. So I'm gonna put it, yeah. All right, so that's Natasha Denona, and these two are from Sultry. And then let's see, it's not the same, it's close. So we're gonna take, I'm gonna take inner corner here, center eyelid. We'll do those two next to each other. So I'll go, actually, yeah. So we'll do, these two are Natasha Denona, and the closest to that in the Anastasia palette is Cyborg, right there. And then we'll put that next to each other. So, I mean, they are different shades for sure. I mean, they're different. They're not the same. Let's see, what else can we try to see what's close? You guys, I don't think there's that many, to be honest with you. I don't know what people, I'm definitely gonna have to go back and look. Let's see what this cinder down here looks like compared to the other ones. So there's Cinder from the Sultry palette, and it's not, to me, it's not looking like anything else. Let's try these matte shades that people are saying are close, which I don't even think is close at all. So I'm gonna grab Crease right here, which I know this isn't gonna be close at all, and Smoke. These are both from the Natasha palette. And then I'm gonna grab Twig and Slate, and we'll see how it compares. So these are the two Natasha Denona shades, and then these are the two Anastasia shades. These two are very close. This is a little bit of a tone difference there, but yes, these two are close. And then let's see, that might be it, honestly. I don't really see, maybe, so we're gonna take this like goldy shade down here, that's center eyelid, and then Steampunk, and this will be the last two. So Natasha Denona, and then, see, and they're not the same, Anastasia. Anastasia's is a little bit more deeper. So, you guys, there's maybe one dupe that I see. All the rest, I don't think are close enough to be saying that if you have the Sultry palette, you don't need it. Now, can you create the same type of look? Probably. I'm not going to say you can't. It's just going to be a little bit of a tone difference. One will be brighter than the other, which is not an issue, obviously, but I don't think they're the same. I'm going to have to go and look and see what other people are thinking. I really don't think they dupe each other. Like, I just don't. There's too many tonal differences in these palettes. They are similar to look at, but then when you swatch them out, they're kind of different. So let me know what you guys think about that. Do you think it's somewhat the same? I think that's it. So thank you guys so much for being here. Let me know down in the comments what you think about Sultry. Well, I guess duping Natasha Denona, vice versa, whatever, however you want to put it. Let me know what you think. I'm definitely going to go watch some videos and see what other people's swatches looked like. Could be different in different lighting, so keep that in mind. But that's, you know, it is what it is. I'm glad to have this palette. I'm not complaining. And like I said, yes, I have all these colors probably in my collection somewhere that I could create the same look. It's kind of just a basic cool tone look. So, but I'm glad to have it. Like, it's the collector in me that needed to have this, which is stupid. So don't follow me on that. Anyway, thank you guys so much for being here. Please let me know what you think about the new Natasha Denona Glam Palette down below. Do you like her formula? Do you pay her prices to get this stuff? Do you think it's worth it? I'm kind of curious to see what everybody else thinks about that. Let me know what you think about this red look. I know it's daring. I don't generally wear a red look. I'm a neutral girl and that is it. But I figured with this look, it would look okay. So let me know if I should do that ever again or not, please. And be honest. So thank you so much for being here, guys. Have a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.